If your grocery bill has been getting out of control lately, this Aldi haul might give you some ideas on how to shop on a realistic grocery budget. Today, I'm sharing my weekly grocery haul where I spent $135 at Aldi. Now, if you feel like groceries have been getting more and more expensive, and they are, and you're not sure how to make your food last, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through everything that I bought. Prices will be included, how I plan to use it, and some of the ways I make these meals stretch so that I'm not going back and forth to the grocery store throughout the week, because
ain't nobody got time for that.
I also picked up some stock up items because y'all do know that I am building my stockpile. I have not stopped doing that. So yeah, I'm building up my stockpile. I picked up a few items to add to that, and I got some things that can turn into multiple dishes throughout the week. So you're really gonna see how I make this $135 stretch for my family of 5. Now let's head over to Aldi and grab some groceries. Let's start with the hamburger buns. They were $1.39 each. I already had a can of manwich in the pantry, so I just needed buns to complete the meal. I grabbed 2 packs since we're having sloppy joes and homemade burgers this week. The white bread was $1.27. This is a stock up item since I already had 2 loaves in the freezer. I'll rotate one to the pantry and put this one in the freezer. Freezing bread is a great way to reduce waste. It thaws really well and it tastes just as fresh. The pretzels were $1.29. These are a snack for my kids, and my daughter wants to make chocolate covered pretzels this weekend. This is a fun low-cost treat you can make at home instead of buying those pre-made snacks. The cake mixes were 99 cents each. That's one of the best prices I've seen in a while, so I stocked up. I've shared a few videos on how to level up a boxed cake mix to make it taste like it came from the bakery. I'll link one of them in the description box. But stocking up on shelf-stable items like this when they're under $1 can really help stretch your grocery budget over time. The baking soda was 68 cents each. This is a staple if you do any type of baking, but I also use it to clean fruits and vegetables and to freshen up around the house. It's one of the most versatile and cheapest items you can keep on hand. The cornstarch was $1.39. I ran out after making those copycat Raising Cane's chicken tenders, so I had to grab more. It's what gives chicken that crispy coating on the outside. Now, if you want extra crispy chicken, try mixing more cornstarch with your flour. The vanilla extract was $3.49. this is a stock up item because I already have 2 bottles in my cabinet. I use vanilla extract all of the time in all of my recipes like candied yams, pumpkin bread, or banana pudding. The sugar was $2.59. This is another stock up item. I replace it as I use it, and if I catch it on sale, I'm grabbing extra. Now this is the cheapest I've seen sugar in a while because Great Value at Walmart is $3.16, and at Joe V's is $2.89. The Hawaiian stuffing mix was 59 cents each. Definitely a stock up price. I grabbed a few boxes and we'll be coming back for more. My family loves this brand of stuffing. The chicken broth was $1.25 each, and I also grabbed a beef broth. I'm making lentil soup, so I needed one for that, and the rest are for my stockpile. I like keeping both on hand. Now, even if you use chicken or beef bouillon, having a ready-to-use broth saves time and adds more flavor when you're cooking soups or quick meals. The queso was $2.15. I use this for a few things, but mainly for Taco Tuesday burritos. The salsa was $2.49. I honestly can't remember what new recipe I made the other day for Taco Tuesday, but Jordan asked for salsa to go along with it, and we didn't have any. So I had to grab a jar. Salsa is one of those things that's so versatile. You can use it as a dip. You can throw it on tacos, mix it into rice, or even use it as a quick shortcut to add flavor. The pasta sauce was $1.55 each, and I grabbed 3 of them. If you're trying to stretch meals across multiple days, you really can't go wrong with things like spaghetti, baked ziti, or even homemade hamburger helper. The oatmeal was $3.75. This is definitely a stock up item for me because we already have 2 containers of rolled oats, and well, now we have 2 containers of quick oats in the pantry. We eat oatmeal on those days when we just need something quick, filling, and easy. Oatmeal is one of those meals that will actually keep you full for a long time. The tomato paste was 57 cents. This is another stock up item. I use this in beef empanadas, chili, and homemade hamburger helper. The diced tomatoes with green chilies were 80 cents each. I use these when I'm making spaghetti. I normally grab the Rotel brand, but since these were cheaper and do the exact same thing, I went ahead and grabbed 2. The refried beans were 87 cents each. I use these to make burritos or soft tacos more filling, so I don't have to use as much ground beef. That's one of my go-to ways to stretch ingredients. The fire roasted diced tomatoes were $1.15 each. I'm building my diced tomato stockpile back up because I use this a lot, especially for jambalaya and chili. The sweetened condensed milk was $1.75. I like to surprise my kids with homemade Starbucks drinks on the weekends. They get so excited when they hear that blender going. The pumpkin puree was $1.79 each. This is for making pumpkin bread, and listen, we don't do seasonal around here. If we like it, we are making it. 2 cans of pumpkin puree makes 4 loaves of bread, which will last the entire month, so it's actually a really good value. The cream of chicken was 70 cents each. This is for smothered chicken, something my parents used to make all of the time when I was growing up, and they'd pair it with rice and sweet peas. The sweet potatoes were $1.99 each. 1 bag is for candied yams, and the other is for meals for me and my daughter. Now, sweet potatoes are really filling and packed with nutrients, so they are a great budget-friendly side for just about any dish. The spinach was $1.79. I usually chop this up and cook it with eggs for breakfast, or I add it to my protein bowl. The ginger was $1.99. I'm going to be juicing this week, and ginger is something I always add. It's a really good ingredient to include in homemade juices. The celery was $1.89. I'll be juicing this with pineapple. Celery is really hydrating and low in calories, so it works great in juices or even as a snack. The apples were $2.99 for this 3-pound bag. When I make breakfast for my family, I always try to add some type of fruit on the side just to balance everything out. So this week we're going with apples. The cantaloupe was on sale for $1.99, which is a really good price. What I like to do is go ahead and wash it, cut it up, and store it in a glass container. That way, whenever we want some, it's already prepped and ready to go. I've noticed that when fruit is already cut and visible in the fridge, my family is way more likely to actually eat it instead of reaching for snacks. The pineapples were $1.85 each, and I grabbed these because I'm going to be juicing this week. The juice combo I'm making is pineapple, celery, and ginger, and it is so good. The shredded cheese was $2.65 each. I grabbed Kobe Jack and sharp cheddar. I like having both on hand, just depending on what I'm cooking. The block cheese was $1.69 each. I grabbed two. I originally planned on making snack packs with grapes and cheese cubes, but I didn't have enough grapes this time. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut these into cubes, and then the next time I'm at the store, I'll grab grapes to go with them. The pie crusts were $1.94 each. My daughter is going to use one to make a homemade apple pie, and I'm going to use the other one to make beef empanadas. The biscuits were $1.59 each. I grabbed two. One is for meal prepping breakfast sandwiches, and the other one is for making my Manwich Hot Pocket meals. The butter was $1.14. Now it is a little higher than Joe V's, where it's around 97 cents, I think. But when you factor in the gas it would take to drive all the way over to Joe V's, it just made more sense to grab it here at Aldi. The cottage cheese was $2.45. This is for that protein bowl I mentioned earlier. The bowl has taco meat, spinach, kale, a baked sweet potato, and then a big scoop of cottage cheese. And then I drizzle honey chipotle sauce all over the top. Y'all, it is so good. The kombucha was $1.99. You know how you see things online and you just want to try it? Yeah, that's how I ended up with this in my cart. But I will say I did not check the nutritional label before buying it, and I probably should have, because the sugar content is actually pretty high. The cinnamon rolls were $1.99 each. This is one of those quick and easy breakfast options, especially for those mornings when we run out of things like pumpkin bread. I can just pop these in the oven and my kids can grab a couple before heading out the door for school. The grass-fed beef was $5.99. I'm going to try to split this in half, and I'm going to use one for tacos and one for spaghetti. Now for the spaghetti, I'll mix in breakfast sausage to stretch it, and for tacos, I'll add beans and rice so that I don't have to use as much meat. Now, stretching meat like this is one of the easiest ways to cut grocery costs without changing your meals too much. The chicken sausage was $2.99. This is another one of those items I saw online and wanted to try it for myself. I've been trying to find ways to add more protein into our meals, and this seemed like an easy option. Now, chicken sausage is usually lower in fat than traditional sausage, but it still gives you that flavor, so it's a good swap if you're trying to eat healthier. The pork chops were $6.75, and I'm actually going to cook these today for dinner. I'm making herb butter pork chops, and they are so good, y'all. The breakfast sausage was $2.75, and I grabbed two. One is for the breakfast sandwiches that I'm meal prepping, and the other one is actually going into the spaghetti. The chicken legs were $4.36 for one pack and $4.48 for the other. If you don't have a store like Joe V's in your city, Aldi is a great option for affordable chicken. The honey ham was $3.09. My husband asked for this so that he can make ham sandwiches for lunch. I also use this for breakfast sandwiches, kind of like those breakfast jacks you get from Jack in the Box, but homemade. Now, having lunch meat like this on hand is great for quick meals, especially on busy days when you don't feel like cooking. The chicken fries were $4.79. I grabbed these for my daughter for those days when I cook something that she doesn't like. If you've been around for a while, then you already know that I do not subscribe to forcing your kids to eat whatever you cook. So I bought these chicken fries for her on those days where she doesn't eat the foods that I cook. But y'all, this bag is the literal definition of shrink inflation. There is definitely more air than chicken fries. The yellow onions were $1.99. I'm going to chop and freeze some for future meals, and the rest I'll use fresh. Prepping onions ahead of time saves so much time when you are cooking. So yeah, that is everything that I picked up for this week's grocery haul. If you've ever wondered like, okay, what is she gonna do with those groceries? I'm glad you asked, because the next video will be of me actually using the groceries that I bought in today's grocery haul. So stay tuned for that. Let me know down in the comment section, what grocery store did you shop at this week, and what deals did you find while you were out shopping? Inquiring minds want to know. I hope you have an amazing day, and we will chit chat in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.